Hi everyone, it's Anne here. What I have today is something completely different. I've been doing flowers for the last few videos and I did say I would endeavour to do something different. So here I am having a go at something different. It's a kind of a layered embellishment. It's probably going to be hard to see on the camera, but all these elements are kind of all, turn it on its side you may see, are all at different layers and levels, and you achieve that by using foam squares, but in actual life it looks very dimensional, and I like dimension. So this one's a huge one, it's A4. I'm just going to make half that size today, so let's get started. I'm going to make it on this, and it's an A4 page that I've just torn in half, so I'll just put some ink on this edge that I've torn just to make it match the other edges. Alright, now I'm going to use digis because they're already colour coordinated and you get lots and lots of different elements, and you know they're all going to match and work together. So what I've got here is this one from, I think it's from the Vintage People set 1, and this one is from Bits and Pieces set 8. Now I'm not quite sure because, oh here we go, Bits and Pieces set 4 for that one, and then Pocket Tag set 1 for the butterflies. But of course you don't have to have all those different sets, you can just use mix and match from things you've got. Basically what I wanted to get was a collection of things that were all this kind of same colour. Now I've already cut out some of them to save time. So here I've got a little clock and 3 other clocks and a butterfly. I'm just going to cut out this lady. I printed them onto card, but if you've only got elements that are on paper, then just stick them onto some card, just to give it a bit more grunt for being able to layer it without it going off kind of flippy floppy. Not very straight. Okay. I'm going to use this other lady as well, but I want her to be round, so I'm going to just cut that piece off there and punch her out with this punch. And I'll just line it up underneath where I want her, about there, and punch her out. Okay, so we've got a few elements to start with. Because I don't know really where I'm going ultimately, I'm just going to make up the main ones that I want to use first, and then we'll keep adding to it. So we'll do the clock, because I know I want the clock. Just go around the edges with some archival ink. Okay. So let's get it the right way up. Where are we? 12, 1, 2. Yeah, that's the right way up. I'm going to get some foam squares. if I can find what I've done with them. Here they are. And I'm going to stick this one on top of the bottom one. And lining them up. That one there, and then I've got a smaller one to go on top of that. Alright, well, I'd like to put something in the middle there. I've got this little, don't know what it is, little gem, little dewdrop type thing. Tiny bit of hot glue. No, it doesn't want to cooperate, we'll just use ordinary glue. It's perhaps because I didn't switch it on. Just pop that in the middle. Okay, so that's the clock done. Now this clock I'm going to do a little differently. I've got a bit of photocopied French ledger. So I'm going to put that on there as a background, I think, or maybe there. And rather than cut it, I'm going to use a ruler to tear it. This ruler has got a kind of ricky-racky edge. Now you can buy these decal rulers. In fact, I think we have some in the shop. But this one I made just by taking a plastic ruler, took it outside. I hit the edge on a concrete step a few times, so it damaged the edge. And then I just rubbed it with some sandpaper, and it works fine as a decal edge ruler. Okay, so that will go on there. Again, I'll just go around the edges just to make them stand out a bit. So put some of these adhesive squares on the back of that. So that's two. Now we're going to put some bling on this lady. And for that I'm going to use some of this bling mesh. It comes on a big roll like this, or you can buy it by the metre. For the sake of ease, I'll just cut off a little bit to handle on the video. And I'm just going to cut off a single row to use to decorate the edge. I think it would be too much to have this all the way round, although I could, but I think I'm just going to have a bit in each corner, or in two corners. So let's give that a go and see how it looks. So I cut 5, the little blings, and then 4, because I count the one in the corner as 1. It gives me 5 down, or 5 across if you count them. I forgot to do the going around the edges. I always do that. Sorry about that. Back to the bling. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, and one too many. Right, here we got 5. Okay, that's enough for her. Now we're going to do this lady. Now, because this is round and the bling is in straight rows and doesn't want to bend, what I'm going to do is, if you look at it carefully, you'll see that the bling mesh, each one is suspended on 2 strings. I don't think you can see this very clearly, but anyway, it's got 2 strings. So if you cut one of the strings that's holding them together, just go along and cut in between each one, all the string, along the string. Okay, then you can actually open it out, because it's now only attached with 1 string. You can open it and make it go around curves. Put some glue down. Make sure you've got the cut edge to the outside. A wee bit short. Okay, so now we've got bling around the edge. I'm also going to put her on a background. Alright, I'm going to attach the lady to the background with some of these adhesive. I keep calling them squares. They're not squares, they're rectangles, but I'm sure you know what I mean. Alright, so Yeah, she's got a bit of dimension too. Alright, now I'm going to see where I want to place the things. So I want her definitely in that top corner to catch my eye. And then I want it to kind of flow. I might have that clock there. That kind of configuration. Alright. So because I know I definitely want her there, I'm going to stick her down with some more dots, because I don't think I'm going to be moving her again. These dots don't like to stick to this handmade paper background for some reason, so I'm going to put a little bit of extra glue on them. Now I've also got these labels. Might actually use a couple of these on the paper, but under some of these elements that we're making. So I'll just pick, might have this one. It's all about levels and dimension, this. So by putting this down on the paper, it's putting something underneath which is going to then emphasize the dimension of the things that I put around it. So I might put that one there, and something else. Might have that one somewhere down here. Not sure yet, so I'm not going to glue it down. Right, well the clock is going to stay there too, so let's put the clock down. I'm sorry, I can't give you a formula for exactly how to do this, what to put where, because it depends on your pictures and what you like. Okay, I'm happy with that. And that I might just tuck under there a little bit. Oops. Like that. So now there's definite dimensional sort of picture between the base and the clock and the corner of this lady. You can actually see the dimension a bit more. Not too sure I'm going to put the clock exactly yet, but I think the lady, I want to have her about here. So I'll put her down permanently. So far so good. I think I'm going to go with the clock in that corner. So we'll pop some foam squares on the back of that and put that down too. So what else can we use? Let's look at this. I have some left over from the first one that I did, with pieces that I could use. That one's too big. possibly use that. Too much the same. Let's make up some different elements. And how I'm going to do that is I've got a piece of chipboard. I'll try and tear it with my... No, I won't tear it. I'll use the edge of the scissors to rough it up. That will work. Just cut a piece. Now, where do I want it to go? I want a piece for here. I also want a piece there that might be better in that orientation. Like, maybe like that. Okay, I'm going to rough up the edge with my scissors. And I'll just go around the side with the archival ink again. And this time, instead of using the digis, I'm going to have a bit of contrast and put down a piece of lace, I think. Where are we? So I've got my bit of card. Yes, I'm just going to put a piece of lace over it. It needs to be about that long. And I've got some buttons here somewhere. Let's see what we got. Possible. That one, a bit dark. I quite like that one. Okay, I'll cut the shank off it. A little bit of hot glue. I'll put that on there. And do I want some bling on it as well? Yes, why not? So maybe 5, row of 5. 2, 4, 5. That piece is too short. 2, 4, 5. You keep all the little bits because they become useful as you get into it. Alright. Now, if I wanted to put that piece there, although I don't know if I like it there. I think I kind of like it overlapping there a bit. Now, because this particular element already has 2 layers, it's got the layer of sticky squares on the bottom, and then it's got another layer sticking the lady down. To make this rise up to the second level, I'm going to have to put 2 sticky squares on this one to lift it far enough to be on a level with this one, if you know what I mean. I'll do it and then you'll see. So I'll put one sticky square on there first, and then another one on the top. So I've got a double layer of the sticky squares. And now when I put that down, find out I have it. That way. I'm up to the level of these bling that I put on this lady, so it sits above. Okay, so I quite like that. What else have we got? Yes, I like that. Okay, we'll put it on a bit of a backing. Sorry, I've got to keep remembering to put it all in the middle so it's in on the camera. I'm used to working closer to myself. Now I can put that one flat, which is quite good, or I can raise it up to that level. I think I'll put that one flat. Okay. Now that needs something else. What have I got? I've got some little bows here. So give that one a bow. And maybe put a button on this clock. It's a wee bit big. I'll look in my blingy box. Alright. I'm just going to put this one on a foam block after I've done around the edges. I'm going to overlap it there a bit. Okay, and then maybe a butterfly. Yes, I like that. But the butterfly is going to have to go on one layer, two layers. It's going to have to go on 3 layers to be over and above all the other things that are there. It sits nice and high, that one. If you can see, I tilt it maybe. Quite like that. Now we need something for here and here. Let's see what we have. Could use another butterfly, maybe for here. Let's try, see what it would look like. Which one do I want? Maybe this paler one. just put another piece of lace here. Just tuck it under there like that. And then my butterfly. Yes. So you can see it's very hit and miss. You have to kind of make it up as you go. But if you've got a few things to hand that are all the same colour, that you can mix and match, you can keep trying things until you're happy with them. I'm going to have to make this a triple decker butterfly again, so it will stick out above the, oh, here's where I was going to put it. Okay, now with just this little hole here, just need a little something to fill in this area here. Just needs to be something very small. Just grab my bits and bobs basket. Let's see what I can find. Could just be a number. When you've got the main bits in, and you're doing this bit that I'm doing now, it's very fiddly, but it is just a case of adding bits and bobs until you've filled in all the areas. I'm just going to glue that one straight down because I've got so many things on dimension around it. I'd have to really put lots of squares to come above the height with that one. Alright, well, I'm pleased with that, it's coming along okay. Got a tiny bling there going spare, we might pop that down. Alright, well, I'm happy with that. I could put lots more on, but I think I'll stop there just now, quick while I'm ahead. And I hope you didn't find that too boring and kind of without direction, because, as I say, it's not really a tutorial, it's more of a craft with me, so you can see how I put them together. And it's very hit and miss. You have to keep placing pieces and then taking them and shifting them round to a different place to see where they look best. But I'm happy with that. That's turned out okay. And that would make a nice page in a journal, or actually they'd make beautiful birthday cards. You wouldn't have to do them that big, but it's just an idea. That looks a bit plain over there. Where's my little bits of bling I've got left? Odd numbers best. 3. Okay, see, that was all it needed. Alright, I thank you so much for your patience if you've got this far. I hope you try to make one, and if you do, please let me know how they turn out. Send me some pictures. This one's catching my eye. I still haven't finished with the bling. Right, definitely, that's enough, Anne. When is enough too much? Right. Alright, well, I wish I could give you a formula, but as I say, there really isn't a formula. But what I will say is the thing that makes it work is the continuity. So there's continuity with the colour, and there's continuity with the bling and the theme, but they're all used in different ways, and then they're all set at different levels. So overall it makes kind of a pleasing piece as it all comes together, and your eye picks up that it's got togetherness and continuity. Right, and this was the original one. This one's quite a bit bigger. I just finished it off with some lace and buttons around the edge. Did actually make a couple of other ones in different colours. This little pink one, and this neutral one, which I love. I did put some words on this one that I raised up, so they're on a base on top of a picture, and then I've got the word and the ladies peeping through. You can see that, the ladies peeping through between the elements. I like that one very much, and I used a black background bling. Comes in different colours. This one's the sort of silver one, and this one's the black one. Alright, thank you so much for watching and putting up with me and my nonsense, and I hope to see you again very, very soon in the next video, if I'm ever allowed to make another one. In the meantime, enjoy your crafting and stay safe. I'll see you again soon, I hope. Thank you. Bye bye for now.